Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. Sunshine Shoulders is a channel geared toward the new man and woman who's never been to the Philippines, but who's contemplating a visit here for a slow vacation or to rejuvenate. My 11 years here doesn't make me an expert, but it does give me a unique perspective. I like to share that with the new man and woman, or anyone really, if it's going to make your trip here more enjoyable and by all means safer. I'm boots on the ground here. I'm in the center of all this, and it's for your benefit. I'm not on the edges like a lot of these other vloggers that you see talking about the Philippines. I live among the locals. I'm always going to give you the nitty gritty. That's exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm living, and what I'm experiencing. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. It's not going to start today. Good morning to my subscribers in the Philippines, and good evening to my subscribers in America and beyond. Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. Special welcome to my new subscribers and followers. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I had a couple of requests from my comment section from some of my subscribers. The first one was from Andy Virgo. I believe that's his profile name. Shout out to Andy Virgo. He asked me, he said, had I ever considered living in a condominium? Wouldn't it be safer? I guess it would be, and depending on where you live, but a condominium is not even a real option for me because I've got a family situation here. It's me, my girlfriend. She had two kids already, and then our child. So they're too small. I mean, the typical condominium studio, one bedroom, somewhere between 20 and 25 square meters. It's probably going to run you anywhere from 15 to 25,000 pesos a month. Then condominium fees. You do have some amenities. You're going to have 24-hour security. You're going to have the swimming pool. You're probably going to have a gym. And then, of course, like I said, it's modern, it's up to date. It's similar to what you're probably used to at home. But it's very small. So for somebody with a family, it wouldn't be a real option. Now, for somebody single or just you and your Filipino wife and girlfriend, yeah, it's a good option. But for somebody like me, I'm trying to get as much room, much space as I possibly can, and at the same time keeping the price down. This place right here is half the price, twice or three times the size. It's just as modern. And see, in San Carlos, there's no condominiums anyhow. Most of the condominiums are in the cities. The Mugetti, Davao, General Santos, Cebu, Manila, like that. And as far as the crime here is so low. It's one of the reasons I love it here. That's not even something that I'm worried about. The worst thing that may happen to me here is some little kid high off of sniffing glue all day is going to run up on me asking me for a couple of pesos. That's probably the toughest that it gets in San Carlos. It's practically non-existent here. Every now and then you'll hear about a drug dealer getting killed or something like that. But see, I'm not into drugs, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it's an option for a single guy, somebody just with his girlfriend. But for me, it's not an option. I had a condominium before when I was single, when it was just me and my Filipino girlfriend in Cebu 10 years ago. It was a 2-bedroom. We were renting it for $15,000, but it was a very small 2-bedroom. That same 2-bedroom is probably about $25,000 now or more in Cebu. It was brand new. But like I said, remember, it was just me and her. Now, by me having, it's essentially 3 kids here and me and her. So it's 5 people, so that's not even an option for me. But you can own a condominium, which is good as a foreigner, if that's something you want to invest in, because they really got some good deals here. Before the pandemic, I was in Cebu, I was in Robinson Mall, and I was talking to a young lady. She was a salesman. They've got where you can rent to own here now. I mean, it's really rent to own. It's not like the scams that they run in America that's rent to own. And you can pay for a condominium, you can pay it off in 10 years. I mean, it's really, really attractive. It was something that, before me and my wife split up, it was something that we were going to invest in, in Cebu. Punta Engana, back behind, Moncton, the Moncton area, deep in the Moncton area, but it's really nice, and that's an option for, if you want to invest, if you want to buy something, like I said, if you're single, but for somebody with me, like a family, I need as much space and try to bring the cost down as I possibly can. So that's the reason why. And then safety's no concern here in San Carlos, but I guess it would be in Cebu, Manila, Dumaguete, or somewhere like that. So to each his own, really, on that subject. And then on my video, my interview with Myra, a guy was asking me. He said, is there a big difference in dating a single mother? And I said, well, yeah, I can talk about that because I'm dating a single mother. And one of the comments said something that hit it right on the nose. He said, a lot of times it's better because they work harder to make the relationship work. He's true. But also they vet you harder. And they're a lot more savvy, a lot more smarter, and they go into it a little deeper than just a single woman. And this is just from talking to my girlfriend, because she was telling me last night about our situation, and it wasn't shocking to me. If I was new here, it would have been shocking. She said that she was chatting 3 men, me and 2 other guys. She said because Filipinos are like this. They know that foreigners are chatting 3 or 4, different Filipinos. So they will chat 3 or 4 because they want to make sure that they find one. This is what she said out of her own mouth. And see, I was trying to get her to do an interview, but she doesn't want to do it right now. She says she will later on, and you really will get a lot out of her. But she said that she knows that out of the 3 or 4 that they're chatting, maybe only one is going to come over. So it's really the first one who makes it here. And then if there's a spark, if there's a connection, and then she said she goes with that and she cancels her account on the other sites. See? And I found, I kind of knew that already, but if I was new here, it would have shocked me. It would have made me mad. I was like, man, I thought I was special. But really, I was just the first one that made it here, and then there was a spark between us. See, and that's what they look for, sparks, and, is there a connection there? But they're chatting 2 or 3 people. And the single mother, of course, she has a kid, so that's a thin line you got to walk right there. You can't discipline them. I mean, and it's something I don't do anyway. I grew up with a stepfather, and he never tried to discipline us anyway. But it's just a thin line you have to walk, because if you do, man, if you just say anything to them that may be wrong, they're gonna get angry, man. It's not just my girlfriend, but it's most of the parents over here. But single mothers, they're gonna take a lot more precautions because they really are looking for that perfect guy. So you should feel lucky if you're dating a single mother and she chose you, because just know that she vetted you, and she vetted you well. They're not just like the regular Filipina. They're gonna vet you. They're gonna chat 2 or 3 guys. But usually it's just the first guy who makes it here. That's just how it is. That's why, I don't want to discourage anybody. I don't want to dampen your first experience with a Filipina. But usually, guys, that's what it comes down to. It's first come, first serve. And then, more than likely, there's going to be a spark there or a connection there, and then it goes from there. If not, she just goes to the next guy. I mean, that's the reality over here, but people get mad at me when I tell them the truth. When I tell them the reality, this is for me, being over here for 11 years, is what I'm seeing, man. It's a stark reality. It's an eye-opener, and it's something that it messes with your ego. But at the same time, once you get it into your mind, that this isn't America, and this situation over here is totally different, you're not going to have any problems. See, in my generation, it was okay in my father's generations to pay for play. But when I was coming up, you know, there was no pay for play. We looked down on that. We thought guys were suckers. You know, you was a simp to pay for play. And I never was with it until I came here. And I had to get with the program, get the reality that it's pay for play, man. You know, whether she's a single mother or single. So, you know, it's just something you have to get into your mind. Does love develop? A lot of times it does. I believe it's developed between me and her. You know, it's been 18 months. You know, we're going strong, stronger than ever. But she's gonna, the single mother's gonna work hard to make everything work, because she, more than anybody else, needs it to work. You know, her options are a little bit smaller, a lot smaller than the typical Filipino, because, you know, the local guys over here, they kind of frown on that. You know, it's just really a pastime for them if a woman has kids over here, because they know, hey, I got to take care of my, you know, I don't want to take care of nobody else's kids. I'm barely able to take care of myself. This is their mindset. See, you know, so if you're dating a single mother, then consider yourself lucky. She chose you. You were the one she had to spark with. You got her first. That's really all it boils down to, okay? And then there was that spark. Because they don't think no different than we do. And as long as you get that in your mind, you're not going to have any problems. See, by me being over here for 11 years, I no longer have to suspend my belief. I no longer have to suspend my intelligence. I know what's going on over here, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm in the Philippines. I'm in a third world country. I know that it's going to be pay for play. Whether, you know, I go to the bars or whether I just meet somebody on the street. That's the stone cold reality over here. So dating single mothers is good. It's a good thing. They're going to give you their all in all. They're going to make sure it works. They're going to go the extra mile that maybe the single mother is not going to do. But she's going to vet you a lot more. She wants to make sure that you're serious. So she may chat 3 or 4 different people. But here's a secret I'm going to give you guys, that, you know, whether it's a single mother or just a single period, you know, because they'll tell you this: oh, now that I met you, I'm going to delete my account. Well, you tell her, no, don't delete that account, because I want to see who you've been talking to. Let me see your conversations you've been having with these people. See, that way you can learn a whole lot about the woman that you're potentially going to marry, really. Potentially going to bring back to your home country. Don't let her delete that account. Say, hey, let me look at it. If you love me, you know, hey, because, you know, things is getting ready to get deep with us. You know, we're talking about a visa. We're talking about a new standard of living. We're talking about the whole 9 yards, kids and all that. I need to see that account. I need to see who you've been dealing with, how many guys, and what you've been talking about with these guys, see. And if she won't do that, then that's a red flag. But if she does that and you're able to look in there and see some stuff, it's going to help you. It'll open up your eyes and you'll be like, well, your Calvin wasn't lying, you know. But usually it's just first come, first serve, guys, and, you know, that's just a stone cold reality. So thanks for stopping by today. I really appreciate it. If in America it's getting late, before you let your head hit the pillow, please help somebody. If you don't want them late grocery runs, you see somebody out in the street, buy them something to drink, buy them something to eat, give them a couple of dollars. In the Philippines, it's early. It's about 7:30 a.m. We got the whole rest of the day to find somebody to help. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free, and I'll see you next time.